3 scholars were given the award for distinguished contribution to China studies at today's opening ceremony. Canadian historian Timothy Brock was one of them. In addition to serving as the general editor of Harvard University Press History of Imperial China, he has published extensively on China in the world with a major focus on the Ming Dynasty.
I think the importance of getting foreigners to understand Chinese history is to make Chinese history not appear to be something that is far away and strange and different. Whether this has an impact on how we understand each other today, I think it does, because if you can reduce the ignorance that Chinese have of the world and the world has of China, then you reduce the animosity that can arise between people outside China and Chinese people.
Academic Zhang Weiwei talked about modern Chinese civilization.
It's the combination of tradition and modernity that makes the China rise and China's civilizational state tick. This concept of Mingbenjuyi, people's livelihood first, is very traditional, very Confucius. It's contained in the Shangsu, which was 2,500 years ago. Look at China performance today. China has eradicated extreme poverty. China has created the world's largest middle class, 400 million. All these have to do with the government's policy, focusing on people's livelihood first.
Rachel Murphy, a professor from the University of Oxford, has been looking at labor migration in China since the late 1990s.
There's many aspects of social change and transformation in China that echoes or resonates with experiences in other countries, but then there's also unique aspects of the Chinese context that affect how this plays out and how this affects people, and that is part of the value of Chinese studies and area studies, because the emphasis is on context, on multifaceted context, on looking at the society, the culture, the politics, the demography, all together in order to understand what's going on.
Professor Murphy also noted that in the past, Chinese studies was very dominated by Western scholarship, but now she sees more scholars from different parts of the world who are contributing to the English language global dialogue about what China is, how China is changing the world, and how the world is changing China.